How many people want to kick some ass?
Do you think he could actually beat Lyoto, or?
Oh, Machida? Fuck. Hell if I know.
If he has it in him to do it, I applaud him. If not, I still applaud him.
Well, but you gotta take into consideration too, Machida's just as good too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we've seen he's actually defeated Rashad Evans, who was basically undefeated the whole time until he went up against Lyoto Machida, which I would love to see a rematch of that, by the way. And
we probably could, because John Bones Jones is injured with torn ligaments.
Is he?
Yes.
So wait, we're gonna get a fucking delay now on that too?
Yes.
Are you serious?
No.
What the fuck?
Again, someone wins the belt, they get injured.
This is funny. I think this is hilarious. I mean, fucking Brock Lesnar loses his belt, and what's his face gets injured himself. What the hell, man? Might as well not even fucking fight and even get a fucking title. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous.
Oh, and then of course, what else is going on in MMA? Of course, UFC tonight. GSP or Jake Shields?
God, that's hard to say.
Before we even get to that promo video for that fight was, I hate to say it.
It was fucking stupid. I agree with you.
Jake Shields is watching GSP win. He stands up, gets around in the backstage, walks by each other, and they do a stare down. What the hell? A couple of years ago, of course, we had the gay and lesbian people, and their friends calling something gay isn't cool. I'm sorry if, this video is gay.
I just thought it was really stupid. I mean, that was poor publicity on UFC's part for that. But with the two big names, Jake Shields and GSP,
they both had long winning streaks.
Well, Jake Shields was a 15 win fight streak, and GSP, who's been defending his title since 2007, right?
Yep.
And basically, it could go either way tonight. We've been surprised before.
We've been surprised. I am going to go, even though I love GSP, I'm going to go, I believe Jake Shields.
Wow.
And Canada is going to...
That's pretty ballsy, dude. We're fans of GSP, even though we are American, and he's a Canadian, but he's impressed the fuck out of us over the years. And he has done an amazing job in the welterweight division. And this man's very fucking impressive for who he is. But you can't be on top forever. I'm gonna have to go with you in on that one too, Jake Shields. Because with the way his 15 win streak has been going, I think that's amazing. Hopefully, I'd like to see it come to a draw, but a lot of people get pissed off when it comes to a draw.
Depends on the judges too.
Yeah, the judges too.
We didn't really get to see that too much at our show, so
no.
And it wasn't. None of the fights were actually controversial enough.
No. It was old. But yeah, it's hard to tell. What was the total of people going to be there tonight?
55,000. The largest.
Wow.
For an MMA show.
Unbelievable.
And just when you think MMA is just going to crest and slow down a little bit, it slows down, but then it just jumps right back up.
Well, it's just like, look at boxing right now. Boxing ain't doing jack shit like it used to do.
Boxing was a sport for the longest time. 60s and 70s, it was doing something. You had Mike Tyson. He brought it back up a little bit, and then after some of that stuff, it just...
Yeah. It's, basically, I hate to say it, it's
a lot. It has a lot to do with a lot of things. Has to do, most of the boxing fans out there are, old and starting to die out, and our age ranges are actually wanting to see more than just people just books.
Yeah. That shit's boring. That's why I consider boxing boring, because that's all you're doing is standing there but you can't hold on to the person and just what fun is that? That's not fun. That's not cool. I don't want to sit there and just watch a bunch of these dudes going around in circles.
I'm not saying that it's due to the fact of the Rocky movies or anything like that, because most of the Rocky movies are good.
Yeah.
But I mean, just what's a lot of popular for our generation? We've got the X Games.
Yeah.
We've got Summer X Games, Winter X Games.
Mm-hmm.
We have idiots that are on Jackass doing stupid stunts. We prefer, martial art movies nowadays. MMA just goes right along hand in hand with them. So that's what our generation really is enjoying right now.
We're having a blast right now watching a lot of, because when he first told me about it, I didn't think nothing of it, but now it's pretty much blown up. And what's the next thing they're hoping to get more people in is the Dallas Stadium or something like that, Dallas Cowboys Stadium or something.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're trying to fill that whole thing up, and I heard that holds more people than what it is in Canada tonight. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see the results for tonight's fights. I wish Randy Couture the best. He has done an amazing job over the years. He has actually taken on the Iceman 3 times. He lost 2 times to the Iceman, but won 1 against the Iceman, which was really cool. I got all 3 fights on. I got all 3 of those fights. And they're amazing.
Extensive MMA career.
Yeah, he has done very well for himself, and we wish him the best. And the Expendables 2 is going to start filming in August, which we're very excited about. Hopefully he's got more lines in this movie than he did in the last movie.
I want to see another ear joke, actually.
That was pretty funny, that ear joke, though. And he was trying to explain it to him and shit. It was funny. But, we wish him the best, and hopefully he'll be training.
We hope for the best for Jake Shields and GSP to have a good fight, and the whole show doesn't let down.
And the thing about GSP is that GSP is such a fucking good sportsman, because when he lost the fight, he lifted the dude up on one of the guys up on his shoulders and shit. And he's a good sportsman, and that's what you want in this sport. You don't want some guy who with a shitty attitude saying, "Fuck you,"
Oh no! How many times did we see that in our show? Everyone shaking hands or banging fists.
Yeah. It's all about good sportsmanship. That's all it is.
There was a couple not too happy sportsmen on Maximum Force 8 that left the ring before the decision, didn't shake hands or nothing like that.
Yeah. Well, you'll get those people every once in a while, but let's just say it was a good, exciting time that we had when we were there, and hopefully we'll be doing more from there, from those shows, and we'll have a couple pictures up from the show. We'll have a couple of the fights up there for you too.
Some surprises, maybe.
Some surprises, yeah. yeah. Maybe we might put some pictures up of us with Mark the Hammer Coleman and a picture of the UFC 11 belt, which
he brought along. I mean,
I thought he was going to bring all 3, which would have been really cool. I would have loved to have seen the Pride Grand Prix belt, which would have been really cool. That would have made my night.
Yep, it was still a night anyway.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times the doors opened at 6 and just getting packed and packed and packed and packed.
It was hard to move around in that place, man. I'm telling you right now. So, but it was an amazing show. We had fun. And hopefully, like I said,
the staff was all good with us.
Oh yeah, they enjoyed us, and we enjoyed them, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do it again sometime. So
Maybe we will. Hopefully not to date this and rush this, but June 4th in Fostoria, Ohio. I'm not sure quite where at though, but
yeah.
Sugar Joe is going pro.
All right.
And it'll be his first pro fight. You know, I know he would give us an interview.
Oh yeah. If we go, that is. I know you want to go, but like I said, all depend on how my schedule is right now, and all depend on how everything's gonna go. So, but we are actually looking forward to doing more business with those guys at Havoc Extreme Cage Fighting, and
we won't pull no punches. We're not gonna blow smoke up and say yay for you.
Yeah.
You know,
we do constructive criticism on these.
I believe they know that too. You know.
So now it's time for. I hope you're ready for this, Rob.
Okay.
Our top 3 refs.
Our top 3 refs.
Our top 3 refs.
Okay.
Okay, you go first, man. What is your top 3 refs in the UFC?
In the UFC.
In the UFC, just the UFC. Because I know that we've been talking about the refs and who's more competent than the other, or whatever, you know.
Top 3. Okay, well, I can give you the one that's not on my list.
Okay, which one's not on your list?
Mario. I think Mario cuts fights way too short.
Wow. Really?
Really?
Wow. Mario Yamasaki's off your list?
Yes.
Holy shit. Wow.
And considering from that list, Josh Rosenthal at 3.
Okay.
It is rather decent.
Okay.
Herb, I love Herb. Herb knows when to stop it. Herb knows exactly when to stop it. You know how long to keep it going.
Yeah.
And at number 1, even if he's not in it, just for tonight, it has to be Big John McCarthy.
Of course.
All time, no matter what.
Okay. Well, Mario's going up on 3.
Okay.
Herb is going up on 2. And
Okay.
John's going as my number 1. Because John has been there since UFC 2. Even though he said he retired in 2007, but tonight we saw him doing the prelims, and he's probably back in the UFC now again.
I still think him and Herb are both the most fair judges.
They are, because like I said, Big John McCarthy's been doing it since UFC 2. So basically, John knows what to look out for, and John knows when to end a fight and when to, do whatever, because he's been there since the beginning, pretty much. And like I said, hopefully he is back in the UFC. Well, he is pretty much back in the UFC because of the Strikeforce thing. But I think he's going to be doing both now. I think he's going to be doing both Strikeforce and UFC.
He possibly could.
So basically, it's good to have John back in the UFC again, even though, like I said, he retired in 2007 from the UFC. But it's just really good because, like I said, John, I can actually go with John and Herb's decisions. I'm just surprised at you, man. Wow. Mario Yamasaki. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Wow.
I have more problems with Mario Yamazaki fights than anything else.
Wow. And the man used to be a professional MMA fighter, for Christ's sakes. I would figure he'd be more in tune with that than anything. And wow, just off the list. Wow, that is unbelievable. That blows my mind.
Some of his fights that he's reffed, I've seen him and the guy's getting destroyed. I'm like, call it. He's done. Call it. And then other times, the guy's getting beat, and it's not time to call it, and he'll call it. And you're left wondering, like, wait a minute.